on. Okay. So, dear friends, welcome to the closing ceremony of our International Youth Conference for Peace in the Future. During these 2 weeks, okay, I forgot our, guess again, what is it? A presentation for the closing ceremony. Okay, let me start over. Dear friends, welcome to the closing ceremony of the International Youth Conference for Peace in the Future 2021. During these 2 weeks, you all have taken a most active participation in all the events described by our program. It is our sincerest hope that these 2 weeks were interesting and useful to you, that you managed to obtain many new impressions and new pieces of knowledge, as well as find new friends. Today, we're drawing the conclusions of our joint work. And I would like to put an introductory message by Mr. Vladlen Kolesnikov, Volgograd Chair of IYCPF, and the Chair of, what is it? A Chair of Volgograd City Council. He will be speaking in Russian with little sound, and Ms. Inna Plotnikova will be translating it for you into English. So I hope it works.
We can't hear the sound.
Инна Леонидовна, вы случайно на английский не переключились?
Переключилась. Русский переключать?
Мы вас не слышим на английском канале.
Я не слышу господина Колесникова.
А вы не должны его слышать. Если мы сейчас будем его слышать, то не будет слышно вас.
Все хорошо. Начинаем тогда.
Да.
Dear friends, today our conference is coming to the conclusion. I would like to thank one more time all who took part in its work. Despite the fact that you are all involved in your daily work and there is a time zone difference, as well as the restrictions resulted from the pandemic, you succeeded in making these 2 weeks unforgettable. You took part in a variety of interesting discussions. You practically applied the conclusions you had achieved. You also prepared a wonderful concert, demonstrated the authentic culture of different countries. Your work was reflected rather actively in social networks. We learned a lot about your cities, their past and present. We visited the Memorial Peace Park in Hiroshima and the Museum Panorama Stalingrad Battle in Volgograd, as well as peace ceremonies held in other cities. Now we are confident that each of the cities does its best to promote peace on the earth. And the important contribution into this process is made by you, young, creative, and initiative. You fulfilled all the tasks with the great responsibility. I'm sure that each of these tasks will turn into a bright event aiming to strengthen peace. We are meeting the participants of the International Youth Conference for Peace in the Future in Volgograd for the 3rd time. Though our native languages are different, we understand each other very well, as the such thing that unite people aimed various environments. First of all, it is the great desire to live in peace. We are sure to continue the work of our municipality aiming to promote peace initiatives. That is why, closing this event now, I do not want to say goodbye. Following our good tradition, I would like to say, see you soon. See you soon in Volgograd, and thank you for your attention.
And we thank Mr. Vladlen Kolesnikov for his support and assistance in organizing this event. Now, as he already mentioned, we have done an excellent job, which you all remember perfectly. We have held 6 meetings. This is already the 7th. We have organized your team pages. You have filled them with exclusive content. We have been present to peace memorial ceremonies all over the world. We have organized a joint concert of national cultures. Today, at the closing ceremony, with all the participants, we'll be finally discussing the results of your team tasks. That is, we'd like to ask you to jointly present, each team in its own time, the ideas for your flash mobs. So please describe to us now what you will be doing with your team after this conference is over. And also, if your teams manage to write something like a conclusive post in the form of a youth peace communique, we'd ask you please to read abstracts from it too and to post it on your social networks. Now, I would like to give the floor to the representatives of our teams. Does anybody want to be the first to present your flash mobs, or can I just nominate you? Then I suggest that we start with catalysts for peace. Are you ready to speak about your flash mob idea, please?
Yes, I'm just waiting for Jenny to share her screen. Okay. Hello everyone, this is Catalyst of Peace. Today we'll talk about our 2 plans for our flash mob. Firstly, let us explain, next slide please. Thank you. Firstly, let us explain about our first one, a symbol of peace. This project starts with us, the team, posting a picture of what symbolizes peace, or what peace is for us. Then we'll ask other people on social media to do the same. Some interesting things people may choose to do is write a message, or take photos at interesting places representing their city, or even post their artworks to do with this project. People posting will be asked to mention Catalyst of Peace and use these hashtags, symbol of peace and peace for me. We will then make the posts into a video so we can gain more attention. Next slide, please. Thank you. This is our schedule for this flash mob. The very left is today, and as you can see, there are a few steps, and it may take us a long time, but we're willing to create an opportunity where people can not only learn and be aware, but also participate in movements and actions. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Well, how can we make impact with this plan? With the photos by flash mob participants, we can involve as much people as possible to think over what is the meaning of the chosen symbol. And then come to conclusion about a peaceful world and its significance to every one of us. And the flash mob is also attractive by the fact that each participant will be able to get into the atmosphere of kindness and peace, and it might be the first step to further good deeds in order to make our planet better. Next slide, please.
We have our second idea for our flash mob, which is entitled Pass the Crane Challenge. We use paper cranes as the symbol of peace, or what the people or the participants will use as their symbol of peace. The participants will take videos of themselves passing the crane while having their background of the historical places or memorial spots in their cities that represents or embodies peace. Here's the example of the Pass the Green Challenge or the inspiration of the Pass the Green Challenge. Instead of passing a book, we will pass paper cranes with a one-liner message of peace, so that people will also know our message for us to achieve lasting peace. That's all. So we will move on to the next slide. Oh, okay. For the schedule of for Flash Mob 2, it is the same for our plan on the Flash Mob 1. On our first plan, we will share this plan after the IYCPF conference. We will encourage other people to join as well. We will not restrict this to the participants of the IYCPF. We will post videos online, ask others to join, and we will compile videos into one and share it online as well. So moving on.
Now I should tell a little about the impact of the second plan. And it seems to be that the concept is the same as in the first case. And yes, there are main things which I want to emphasize. For example, participants will be able to get to know the story about cranes and the meaning of this challenge. Then this challenge can be significant for people as it shows that good deeds are simple and helpful. Pass the crane challenge can let people to be involved in peacemaking atmosphere of the action that can encourage somebody to do bigger and better deeds. Next slide, please.
This page shows our personal goals. You can have a look, but it might be a little bit long to read. It is with passion, the courage of conviction, and a strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world. If we all work together, I think we could accomplish our goal. Next slide, please. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. If you have any question, feel free to ask us. Thank you.
Not a question, but a comment that I simply adore these flash mobs when they pass things and then make it into a joint video, which looks fantastic each single time. So thank you for this idea. Any more comments? I'll be looking forward towards the realization of your flash mob. Next, I suggest we change the order again. Peace education movers, please. Can you present your flash mob?
Hi Maria, good day everyone. Can we suggest to be our group to be later because we are having a problem with the presentation. Thank you.
Well, then maybe someone wants to be the first. Peace and friendship. What about you?
Okay, can I share my screen?
Yes, please. You should be able to do it, I believe. I enabled it for everyone.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So, hello everyone. We are the Peace and Friendship Group, and here we'll explain about our flash mob. We have chosen social network and are planning to make an online challenge mainly on Instagram. It is about creating poems or art that expresses peace in one's own perspective. We all agree that each person has their own way to express their thoughts and ideas, so we thought we would have a selection, and that is to write or to draw. We think that this is a great challenge because it is an activity which people can try to think at home. People can also reuse the materials they have and bring out their creativity. Here are the creations of some of our members. The first one is titled, "We Choose Ourselves in Which World We Live." Ekaterina, can you please explain your illustration?
Hello, in my picture you can see what terrible things can everyone humanity if you do not think about the worlds, and how happy and rosy you can live if you live in peace and harmony. Living with war, terrorist attack and drugs leads to prison, destruction of the family and society as a whole. So let's live together, then everyone have a happy sky over their heads, calm life and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you. And for the second picture, it is titled "Unite and Spread Love." In this picture, you can see different colors connected together surrounding the world. I think peace is when all people come together and understand each other's differences. I believe with the saying that when it comes to opinions, there is no right or wrong. What matters the most is why that person thinks that way, and that is where we'll know and understand each other better. This can create unity and love in the world. And for the last slide, this picture shows poems can be made in handwritten or typewritten form. And that is all from us. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Peace and Friendship, greatly. What I most appreciate is that you also already managed to include the examples of your own contributions to the flash mob. Excellent demonstration. Now, maybe Team Great Mates, would you like to be the next? Oh, sorry, I forgot Peace and Friendship. Would you be later willing also to include something like your own conclusive post, like a peace communique, the expression of your general thoughts about the conference? Can we have a thought for such a post on your Instagram page as well? Remember this paper document I sent examples of? Okay, drop it so far. And anyway, Great Mates, would you be willing to take the floor now? Rio, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't make the presentation because we didn't have much time to discuss it, and so I'm gonna.
Oh. But you made a whole document. Thanks. Thanks.
This is our communique, but our flash mob gonna be posting peace related poems in our own language in English as a translate version on Instagram, And we will use hashtag poem for peace to encourage others to post peace-related poem in their own language as well. Thank you.
Excellent. As a huge fan of poetry, I think I'll read and blog every single one. And can you please also send me the document version of your youth communique? And maybe also post it on your Instagram account as well. Nietzsche, can you send it to me later, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, great Paige. Now, piece of peace. Can we invite you to share your flash mob idea?
Yeah, so of course, hi everyone. Okay, I will try to. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, again, hi to everyone. And I wanted to say that, as you know, guys, we already started our flash mobs a few days ago. I think you saw it on Instagram. So as you understood, we have chosen the Instagram for our flash mob. And I think the most important and maybe the biggest advantages of our flash mob is that this is really easy to make, because you should just take a photo and post it. So let's start about history of these cranes. The art of origami has been around since the 6th century. Paper cranes are the most popular form of origami and have transformed the meaning behind these little works of art. The crane has always been a strong symbol of success and good fortune in Japanese culture. And when folded into origami, it's believed that your heart's desire will come true. One young girl provided new depths to this idea.
Her name was Sadako Sasaki. She was exposed to radiation after Hiroshima as an infant, which developed into leukemia by the time she was 12 years old. With the goal of 1,000, she began to fold paper cranes with hopes they would heal her. Her heart's desire changed midway through, however, and her wish became to heal the world instead of herself.
She continued folding the cranes for world peace and healing until she passed away. She was buried with a worth of 1,000 paper cranes. Her classmates helped her finish. She is forever memorized at Hiroshima Peace Park, where a statue of her stands, always draped with 1,000 paper cranes, to make sure her message of world peace will never be forgotten. I shall write peace upon your wings, and you shall fly around the world so that children will no longer have to die this way, Sadako Sasaki said.
And her message is powerful. It is unconditional love. She was selfless in her wish to heal the world instead of herself, and her dedication to making that happen is something all of us should embody. She did everything she could to ensure that the future of this earth was filled with peace instead of war, love instead of hate, hope instead of fear. At 12 years old, she did what most people could not do. She not only impacted her classmates, the other children in the hospital, and her community, but impacted the entire planet with her prayers.
As you already know, we decided to do a flash mob on Instagram. The point is to make an origami crane and photograph it in a beautiful place in your city. Then you need to post a photo on Instagram with the hashtag Peace Crane. Many medical students from Volgograd have already joined the activity. Despite the fact that this is a very simple flash mob, we put a deep message in it about how fragile peace can be and that we must do everything to save it. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Piece of Peace, for your presentation. It was very exciting to see the places that I actually recognize, both from my city, from the cities participating in the IYCPF. And I believe that the combination of this recognition and Sadako's story will help you to get your message across. Thank you. And Peace Education Movers, can you take the floor now? I'm also forgetting to ask, Piece of Peace, will you be able later, please, also to post your ideas, like in a brief text on Instagram, in the form of this
you mean about flash mob?
No, I mean, use communicate documents that I keep to impose on you.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, we didn't know that we should send it to you. Okay,
Actually,
we will send it.
It will be okay if you just post it on Instagram. I just wanted to have a brief conclusion from each team.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
thank you so much for your understanding. And Peace Education Movers, I'm sorry, please begin.
Hi everyone. Good day to everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. So I'm really sorry if our group is having difficult times right now. So this presentation is just made today, so bear with it. So, but we have a plan on how can be able to start our flash mob, but we can't be able to have a presentation, but here it is. It's just an immediate presentation, but I'll do my best to explain our plan or how can be able to give awareness through the help of our page. Okay, wait for a second. Okay. Before I start, we would like to present ourselves. My name is Adrian Pianopa. I'm the leader of the Peace Education Movers. Together, we have a plan, but we can say that we are really certain about this, and we will do our best to promote it through our page. So the first one is the history as our identity. So this part is about sharing. It's about, for us, we already have a culture introduction, but we believe that it's not enough for us to share the world, because every country have a history, every country have a story. So it is not, for us, it is not enough to just stop on that. We have to continue telling stories to inspire and to motivate other people. So about this plan, about this project is we are posting places. We could also have people, or we could interview people, or share places, share culture, share tradition on the best way that we can to give awareness to other people in terms of the piece on how can they able to promote it in the little ways that they can. So next is paper crane for hope. So I can say that this is just the like what other group said, but we have a twist on it. So there's always a question in it. So that is, what is peace for you? What can you do for peace? And who are you to the world? So we believe that paper cranes is really a symbol of peace, but asking a question to them, giving them their opinion is really a great move on how can be able to know what is the insight, and also what the youth think about peace, and how can be able to transform or give it to the world. Next is your opinion matters. So this projects, I could say that it is more on about focusing on giving importance of how youth and also people share how people have an insight on different fields. Like, for example, we always have a question every week. Like, for example, by starting the question, how are you? So for us, it's a powerful that how are you? So by that question, we will be post just a question in our page. Then the comment section will be our way on if it is effective or if a lot of people reply on it, and we will choose people who reply on it, and we will be having a separate post for them. Next is your talent matters. So this your talent matters is it's not really it's not required, but it is an initiative if a people wants to showcase their talents or their arts to the world, because we have different followers from different countries. So we believe that every talent of the people should be shared to the world. So we believe if we appreciate talents and also capabilities of every people, we can promote peace in that way. So next is peace webinar. So this peace webinar is for us is really the hardest project that we can promote, but we will do our best to do this. It is a meeting of different people from different countries, so we could discuss awareness. We could discuss different events that is happening in different countries and how can they help. So people will be well educated on everything that they can do for promoting peace. And next is the Peace Symposium. So it's, sorry if I didn't have the content because a while ago. So Peace Symposium, it's about talk. It's about meeting. It's about forming an ideas on simple ways that we could do. Just for example, is having, it's just like a company that heads is having a meeting. So we will have a plan of how could be able to aim peace, because we believe that this plan will not be there's always an end for it. So we believe that people should continue what we started. So that's all. That's our plan as of now. So we will do our best to make that happen. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much. This is deeply impressive, and I'll be following your initiatives, each single one that you enumerated most closely, and maybe even convince my husband to send his talent. Oh, dear participants, thank you greatly. Do you have anything else to share in by means of the communique, or will you be pleased later able to make a post about it on your Instagram page? I mean, you have already expressed your thoughts and what you stand for in the ideas of your flash mobs, but we would appreciate this like rounding up post as well, Adrian. Well, I want to say that all your ideas, all your flash mobs will make the history of the conference. And maybe you'll support me when your ideas are implemented fully or partially in organizing kind of a follow-up meeting. Maybe not this year, maybe early next year, where you could also tell us what you managed to do. Maybe show some photos. Maybe I will show some photos because I will be following you, as I said, closely. So early next year, how about we meet again and speak about your flash mobs and their results? Anyway, we'll see. And now I'd like to give the floor to Dr. Koki Inai, the organizer and instigator of the event. Dr. Inai, please, can we ask you to share your impressions?
Okay. Well, as you know, last year, Hiroshima's member of IYCPF, current and the participant made a classical plan of making paper crane, and a short video was made to present by YouTube. So under almost several thousand people could meet our opinion. asking world peace by IYCPF participants. So, and paper crane is a very important point in Hiroshima for world peace. But as an idea, I like to see from the other countries' participants. So, and paper crane is a good idea. So, and all participants will make the different style and the different type of paper crane. So, and to make a short video. So, and the opinion of diversity is important to keep by our IYCPF participants. So that's not so bad idea, but please make to make a flash mob to try it. So I have not a plan to make a flash mob. So I'm an old person, so I'm not familiar to the flash mob. So and please make by yourself so a new idea about paper crane or other things. That's all my opinion.
Thank you, Dr. Inai. Thank you for your support and for your organizational work that you put into making this conference real every year, even when this year is such difficult as this one and the previous one. Hopefully, we'll soon be able to meet again and in person. Now, sorry, I heard you mention about the video that Hiroshima participants made last year. Would you like us to see it again? I mean, now, will Mr. Oshita turn it on?
I haven't prepared the video, but we can see the movie on the YouTube.
Okay, sorry, I just misunderstood. I thought Dr. Inai said we will see it again. But I will find this link. Maybe you can send me this link so that we could spread it. Yes, thank you. Saying about links. After this meeting, I hope you're not very tired of me yet. I'll send you another mass mail with a link to videos recorded by Hiroshima students. It will be an honor and a pleasure for us all as organizers if you found the time to watch these videos and give them some love and support in the comments section. Okay. And now to the good things. May I take your attention again a bit to my most favorite organizational presentations and say that after the conference, we'll prepare for each of you a participant's certificate. I guess one of the three, because we haven't yet decided on the design. In order to show our appreciation for the work you did during your well-earned summer vacation. So you will receive the scanned copy signed by our Volgograd chair, Mr. Kolesnikov, we hope by the end of August, and then we'll send originals to you by post. This will take us a little bit more time because Russian post is notoriously famous for its swiftness, but we'll be lucky if you have something material to remember us by and to celebrate the wonderful work you've done. Also, this is a brief reminder that until August 20, I'll be still waiting for the postal addresses of everyone who would like to take part in our post-crossing initiative. Well, these are the lists of those who already gave me their addresses. So in order to keep matters organized and nobody offended, that I have your addresses by August 20, then I will have 5 days to mix and match their names and addresses of the participants, and to send you back your secret, well, not Santa, well, your secret comrade's name and address. Please join, and even if you join and then find yourself unable to participate, write us, and Volgograd administration will take your place. For this, I'd like to thank all of you for your excellent work. Be sure that we as organizers will miss you so much as we treasured every single meeting that we had. This meeting was kind of short. And would you like some time to spend in your discussion groups again this day? Or can we just be sure? Yes? Or maybe I'll leave it. Just looking at your reactions. At least since I have almost finished putting you in the breakout rooms, I suggest at least we'd have 10 or 15 minutes to ourselves and to your teams to exchange congratulations. Forgive me again if you don't find yourself immediately in the group that you belong to. Now when we have returned, it is my pleasure to give the floor for a concluding address to Dr. Koki Inai.
Thank you, Maria. Today, this interesting meeting is over. So I like to say as closing remarks. This year marked the 17th IYCPF, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to hold a 14-day online meeting instead of the planned gathering in Volgograd. This was our first attempt for us, but with the efforts of everyone in Volgograd, especially Maria, we are able to complete the 14 days successfully or fruitfully. There were around 50 participants, which was fewer than in most years, but all the participants enthusiastically joined in daily small group discussions to create and present a peace communique at program's conclusion and an idea of flash mob. I think this was a result of everyone's passionate work. Well, during this period in Japan, the Olympic Games ran from July 24th to August 8th. Over 10,000 persons from more than 200 countries gathered for this sport event, even as COVID-19 continued to spread worldwide, including in Japan. The athletes displayed great spirit throughout the communication, encouraging one another, celebrating winner, and consoling the defeated. The Olympic Games also aim for world peace, and I felt it was a piece where the importance of acknowledging our diversity was stressed. The IYCPF's philosophy is also to help younger generations better understand one another and see the possibility of working together for peace through dialogue. I believe that the goals of IYCPF and the Olympics are identical, though the methods vary. One more thing I would like to emphasize is that IYCPF is not just an event, but a movement. Of course, it is very meaningful to gather from around the world once a year, but I would like to see young generation in each city get together and try to find ways to realize peace. If we bring the results of such efforts in each city to the annual conference, the IYCPF can continue without end. In order to achieve this, I would like each city to create a branch of the IYCPF with current and past participants of IYCPF. After Hiroshima and Hanover, if we can establish branches in Volgograd and other cities and conduct regular online exchanges like this year's conference, I believe that we can gradually increase our circle of friends and come closer to peace. Finally, once again, I would like to appreciate everyone in Volgograd for hosting the conference. I also want to thank all the cities that participated. I look forward to your future accomplishment. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Inai. I guess it's now time what we call an open microphone, which means that if anybody has some comments, please feel free to take the floor. And meanwhile, I would appreciate if you could turn on your videos so that I made a few screenshots for history.
Maybe we should show the peace sign for print screen.
Oh yes, that would be nice.
As an idea.
That's a good idea.
Thank you.
So I'll print screen several times now. For example, 1, 2, 3 once. Then let's get everyone together. So 1, 2, 3, 2. And it's just 2 pages. Good, we did it. So, am I right that we already said everything we wanted? And what I have left is to wish you all a good evening or a good day of this Sunday. And thank again, each and single one of you, for your incredible work. Our conference is over, but our communication will continue. Thank you. Hopefully see you in future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See you
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.